Okay, the last thing to do now is basically adjust the lighting and the colours, because at the moment it's quite clear that Chris Evans is just like he's been taken from a different picture and put on here. So you can just, with a few little effects, you can basically just make it seem a bit more seamless. So first thing to do is the lighting, and for that I'm just going to put in a black and white. This down here is the adjustment layers, so when you click that it'll list them all up, so you want to put a black and white one in. And we're just going to use this as basically like to gauge the light levels of the whole picture, so you can already tell from the off Chris Evans is much brighter than the rest of the picture. So what you're going to do then is adjustment layer, and you want to put in a levels adjustment layer. Drag this below, and if you right click this and click create clipping mask, it's just going to edit stuff to do with Chris Evans because it's attached to that layer. So if you bring up the properties section of it, which is here, you can see now it's just going to change the lighting on just him. So you can bring it down. You just basically, just depending on what image you choose, what background you choose, just play around with that until you think that it matches up right. I think that's pretty much there. Maybe bring in the blacks a bit more. I'd say that's alright there, but then again, the way gauging it is turn for black and white, see if it fits in a bit better. Still looks a little bit too bright, to be fair. Maybe bring it down a bit more. Right, that's not too bad, that looks a bit better now. So the next thing to do is, obviously when you're doing yours, take a bit much time with it and really try and match it up. Again, I don't want to just have you watching some 10-minute video here, so I'm just going to rush through it a bit. But that's how you do that anyway. So the next thing to do is to check the colour. So what you're going to do is pick solid colour. It doesn't matter what actual colour you pick for it, just one that stands out, because again it's just going to be used to basically as like to gauge the colours within the image. So I'll just pick red, and what you want to do is on blend mode change it to saturation. So when you've got it as that, you can already see there's a lot of greens in there, there's a lot of yellows that might need to come down. You want to try and match it up to the rest of the image, and how we're going to do that is adjustment layer, colour balance, click the colour balance down to Chris Evans again, and then up here in the properties you could just see what you need to bring in, what you need to bring out. There's a lot of blues in this image, so maybe try and bring some more blues into it, like that. Maybe take the greens out a bit, because that's quite a prominent green. It only has to be slight, to be fair, because you don't want to remove the colour for it, so just a little bit. Maybe bring some reds in, and then got your highlights, do the same again. Maybe bring some blues in. Take a bit more green out, maybe put a bit more pink in, a bit of red in, and then same with your shadows. So obviously if you put the yellow on, that's what it's going to look like there. Maybe bring a bit more yellow in actually on the shadows, just to match the wall in the background. Take the green out a bit more red in. Then if you turn off the saturation, it looks like he's fitting in a lot more with the image. The image was a bit more bleaker than what he was. I think this is obviously, this photo was from when he did a photo shoot of some kind, so it was really bright lighting. This kind of just makes it fit in a bit more with the image. So if you take off these effects, that's what he was initially like, and he looks separated from it. Just the lighting, just the colour, and it kind of makes it look a bit more seamless. But again, when you're doing yours, take some time with it, and then out saturation you can have a look at it again, just to show you. Obviously you want to only do it ever so slightly, just to show you there, just to gauge it. You don't want to do it in massive amounts. Check the lighting again. maybe make it a little bit lighter actually. Go over this and just as you go, just continue to play around with it. It's just a trial and error basically. Bring the light up a little bit. But it looks like he fits in a little bit more now. Makes it seem like more of an original photo. So that's basically how you do that.